Hey, thanks for joining me today. My name's Chris, and today I wanted to talk about Zach Ertz and the situation going on with the Philadelphia Eagles. So my thoughts on this is I actually think the Eagles should keep Zach Ertz this year, let him play out his contract, and then let him walk in free agency. And there's a couple reasons why I think this. First of all, they missed the boat on trading Zach Ertz. You should have done it 1 or 2 years ago, not wait till he has a bad injury-plagued season and then try and trade him. His value now has been destroyed, at least for this season. I think you want to give him the opportunity to come in a contract year, play a good season, whether he's playing to play with us or somebody else. Doesn't matter. He should be fully motivated to go out and have a big year so that he can get one last big contract. So I like that situation. I like when a player is in that position where they have something to play for. And Zach Ertz has a lot to play for this year. Second of all, I don't think Zach Ertz is done. I don't think he'll ever be the 1,114 receptions tight end he was 2 years ago. So those days are over, but he can still be a guy that gets 800 yards, picks up a lot of big third downs for you, scores a couple red zone touchdowns, and is really a good safety valve for our young quarterback. And that's what this whole season is to me. It's about this young quarterback. We need this quarterback to excel. Really, we want this quarterback to be a franchise quarterback, and we need to give him every weapon we can. And there is no veteran receiver or anyone like that who could really help a guy like Jalen Hurts, in my opinion, on this offense the way Zach Ertz can do it. So I think this is a big year for us, and we need Zach Ertz this year. That's my argument. So Zach Ertz had a lot of injuries last year. It was injury plagued, and he really just couldn't get going. That doesn't mean he can't come in this year and have a big year. It just doesn't. He's only 30 years old. I mean, there's a lot on the line for Zach Ertz, and I think he's highly motivated. He's a guy that has a lot of good character. He works hard. He's going to put in the work. Let him go. And you know what happens? You put yourself in a position that if he walks in free agency, signs a big contract, you're going to get a good compensatory pick. Right now, you're not getting anything in the trade market. And if you cut him, all you get is some salary cap relief, which I don't care about right now. I don't care about salary cap relief. Yes, I know people want to sign a cornerback. Find a way to get a cornerback. But more important this year is what we put around Jalen Hurts. We have to give Jalen Hurts an opportunity to show us what he can do with a talented roster. And I think we now have a lot of talent on this offense. We have a healthy offensive line so far, and then we have good running backs. We have now a young wide receiving core that I think can really take another step this year, especially with Devontae Smith, who I believe will be a star wide receiver. Now, Zach Ertz is a perfect blend of that veteran presence you have out there, and I think it's important to keep him. I know a lot of people say, well, we should start Dallas Goedert and let him be the guy for a year. But my thinking on that is different. Why do we want Dallas Goedert to go out, have a big year, and then when we have to sign him, we have to sign him to a huge contract? No, I'd rather sign him now, early, before he's proven what he can actually do as the guy. Say, look, we're going to let you be the guy next year, but we'll sign you a little early. We want a discount. We're going to give you a guaranteed for a certain amount of years, so we give him security, and you set yourself up in that position. And let Zach Ertz go out and ball it out this year. Let him go. I still think he can do it. So to me, this season's about Jalen Hurts, and that's why Zach Ertz is important to keep. So the best case scenario for the Eagles after this next season is Jalen Hurts shows he could be the franchise quarterback, and then we have those 2, potentially 3 first-round picks that we can use on building the roster around him. At that point, we go out. We got 3 first-round picks, a second-round pick. You draft a corner, you draft a linebacker, you draft a defensive end. Hey, you're looking good. The worst happens is that we have to trade or cut Jalen Hurts and then go out and draft a quarterback and use those beautiful assets we have. And nobody really wants that. That might happen. But, there's another thing, too, involved in that. There's not a lot of quarterbacks right now coming out next year. I do believe the Giants will be looking for a quarterback after this year. I don't like Daniel Jones. I just don't see it in him. Maybe he'll surprise us and whatnot. But I think there's a reason the Giants traded back this year, because they realize next year they might have to go out and find a quarterback, and now they have an additional first-round pick to do so. So if we need a quarterback next year and we're trying to trade up, we're going to have a lot of competition, and we're going to have to give a huge haul. So to me, we have to do everything we can to see that Jalen Hurts succeeds this year. And I think he will, because I think we have a coach that's going to come in, run the ball, and I think if you keep Zach Ertz, then you're also giving him another veteran presence who could really help him. I realize we may end up cutting Zach Ertz for nothing. I just think it's a mistake. I don't think losing Zach Ertz helps his team in any way. And I understand why Zach Ertz wants out and all that stuff, because Howie Roseman's a moron. But whatever, he's a professional. He'll come in, he'll play. He's playing for a contract for free agency next year. Let him come in, let him do his thing, and hopefully it works out for us. Maybe it works out for us in a really positive way, where Jalen Hurts shows, hey, I can be the franchise quarterback. You don't need to use those 3 first-round picks to replace me. You just need to give me some more talent around me. And then if Zach Ertz has a big year, he goes out, he signs a big contract with someone else, you get a third-round compensatory pick. Hey, at least we got something for him. We drafted him in the second, and now we had him his whole career, and we get a third on his way out. That, to me, is a win-win situation. I don't see how you win by moving Zach Ertz now. Also, I want to talk about Zach Ertz through the fantasy football perspective. If you're in a Dynasty league, maybe you should go out and try and buy Zach Ertz at a cheap price, because people get really down on a player after one bad year. They're willing to sell them pennies on the dollars. And Zach Ertz, to me, is young enough to where he could bounce back, be fantasy football relevant, and have a good season. And who knows, maybe have a great season. So if you have him in your Dynasty leagues, go try and lowball whoever has him and see what you could get, because they may be frustrated with him or ready to move on. You never know. So this is a good opportunity to go out, send some trade offers, try and get Zach Ertz on a buy low deal. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.